Satan, Satan, Satan! Welcome to hell! Yes, sinners! It is I, Vincent Welles, here to bring you hell's most popular talk show. The veil has been lifted, and I can see once again into the mortal world. Midnight, the witching hour, where all the tricksies happen. And here to help me with all sorts of tricks and treats is my very special co-host, Warren Talbot. Welcome to the show. You've made it. Hey. Yes.
How you doing?
It's tricked by the Prince of Lies, the Lord of Flies, to host this horrible, horrible show for all eternity. And we don't have much time for tonight. The veil will lift sooner rather than later. So why not get the show started?
Oh my God.
My ex-wife!
Doing this again? Do we have to do this every week?
Hey, ex-wife, you look good. You look like your third eye is ruptured.
It's a bullet hole.
You know what? Whatever's clever.
It's clearly a bullet hole. You
It's
know what
true.
I was thinking? Vincent's cock reminds me of those European hostels.
Why is that?
Because it's small, it smells like armpits. I have to share it with 4 other girls and a couple dudes.
Hey.
Whips and chains! Away with you! My ex-wife torments me for all eternity. What say we bring on our first guest here at the midnight show?
Hey, you're the boss.
I believe our first guest is a doctor. A doctor. It's Dr. Bones.
Greetings, thrill shriekers. It's your long-distance dead pal, Dr. Bones.
You're doing a search team for a missing boy.
Yes, of course. That's what I do. I'm a doctor.
Well, welcome to hell. What can you tell us about these boys?
Oh, it's a 7-year-old Mexican
7-year-old
boy.
Puerto Rican Mexican boy.
Dark scream eyes.
Green eyes.
And asthmatic, of course.
This sounds serious, Dr. Bones.
Well, let's just make sure to help out the next of kin and make sure that their son is lost and drowned.
You know, you're really hip on all the puns, but it seems like you're not so empathetic. What's
our importance?
Oh yes, I just hope everyone has the right stuff to find this little boy. And then next thing you know, abracadabra, we found him.
That's an actual place. Great.
All right.
You're
Well,
really-
thank
wait,
you. There he goes. Dr. Bones, we'll be checking in with you throughout the show. Thank you,
Yeah.
Dr. Bones.
Vincent,
Yes.
I don't know how good an idea it is if we give this kid back to that guy.
Yes, I don't think he's an actual doctor
No?
of anything that I could say.
Maybe he's just being a shitty pun guy. Just
horrible, horrible puns. Let's take a moment now, Warren, to check in with our sponsor, the Werewolf Sports Network.
All right, let's play a little ball here. First my clothes get on fire, then my car hits a tree. You might think it's a big catastrophe, just seems normal to me. Always looking on the bright side. Isn't that the way
cancelled.
You.
Yeah. I support after hunt activities for werewolves. I was a kid growing up on the moors. I came from a rich, respectful family, but I had other things I wanted to do, like art. Not a lot of werewolves have that sort of thing. So,
yes, I know it's a hard life out on the moors.
It's a hard bark life.
Well, what do you say, Warren Talbot?
Yep.
How about our second guest, rather, Professor Rich Kameda? Rich, Professor Cameda. I hear that you have magical powers.
Yes, I do.
Powers of magic. Ooh, well, show us what magic you possess.
The way to get out of hell?
Yes, I need skills to escape my torment.
So, Vincent Welles, name any card in the pack.
Name any card. How about the 2 of clubs?
The 2 of, you said clubs, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so, here we go. On top of the pack is now your card, the 2
magic
of clubs. In fact, you may not believe this is your card, so we'll write your name.
Writing my name on the top of the card. Vincent Welles. It is I, yes.
Goes back in the middle. Not on top, nor is it second from the top.
What?
But it comes right back to the top.
Witchcraft! Where did you possess these magical powers? You are truly powerful.
Your card in the middle comes right up there to the top of the pack. It just kind of keeps going over and over again. See right here. We'll cut your card right there into the pack. Right.
Warren, can you believe this?
I can't believe
powers of magic. Truly powerful. If only I could possess such power. Professor Cameda. If I possess such power.
This guy's actually good. How the hell do we get him on the show?
I don't know.
The devil. Sometimes it works out.
The devil is a trickster.
Yeah, right there in the back. Yeah, I can just keep doing this all day. I can do this all day. So we'll just keep doing this over and over again. Right there.
I'm scared of your powers, Professor Cameda. We must.
Right there. Okay. That's the top of the pack. Okay.
Do not meddle in the dark arts, such as the professor.
I was throwing my thoughts real hard at the deck. I didn't want him to mess it up, but
Yeah, it'll make it a little bit easier for you to follow. In fact, I'll just use 3 cards now. Right there. Here you go. 3 cards. Right. Leave it right there in the middle.
I can take no more. Your powers.
In fact, if you put it in the bottom, it still comes right back to the top of the pack. Like I said, we're in hell. We got all the time in the world. We can just keep doing this all night long. Right there,
we must move on.
Right there. See, it comes right back up to the top. In fact, if I put it right here in the middle of the pack, still keeps coming right back to the top of the pack. Say second from the top of the pack this time. Right there. Right. Not the 3 of clubs, right? No, not the 3 of clubs. But once
this
again,
happens for all eternity, such as my torment. Professor, we must move on. Thank you for joining us.
I can keep going, but if you got to go, you got to go. Okay.
We must. Farewell. I think now we must check in once again with the Dr. Bones. Dr. Bones.
Do we have
Dr. Bones, are you there?
Welcome back! You shrieks to the Shriek Show, boils and ghouls, as we continue our search for the missing boil who is disappeared.
This is serious. He disappeared, and we're hoping you have some news because we're hosting a show.
Any news?
Doctor.
Any news at all, Doctor?
Oh, yes. We found his personnel bag among the things that he had when he was last screamed.
I don't even know what that means.
We don't know. I guess is there anything in the bag? Anything in the bag that could lead us to the boy?
Oh, yes. I'll tell you right now. It was filled with chocolates and some nougats. And we all know candy always goes well with ghoul-slaw.
Dr. Bones. Dr. Bones, aren't you being a bit insensitive?
No, I'm Dr. Bones. I didn't spend 20 years in dental school to be called Mister.
What kind of doctor are you? Where did you go to school?
Oh, I went to all the Ivy Leagues. I went to Harvard, Columbia, Scara Lawrence.
One more, please.
Ithaca.
This is painful.
That's enough. What did you study?
Oh, I hate you all.
What did you study?
Oh, I studied hex education.
Get out of here!
Yeah, okay, I think this is what it's called. We'll come back for a check-in with Dr. Bones. I'm sure all of hell and the sinners back in the mortal world are concerned. We're back. Welcome back to hell. We must move on to one of our final guests. Here to join us in hell is our friend Paranormal Activity. Sarah, are you there? Oh!
Welcome to my boudoir.
Oh, hey. Welcome to hell, Paranormal.
Thank you.
You are the host of the Eroticasarus podcast, are you not?
You can come to my podcast and I will read beautiful stories about monsters.
Beautiful sexual stories of monsters. Do you have a taste for us? A little taste tonight?
I do indeed. I have a little story to tuck all you monsters in. It's just going to be a little bit. Just a little taste, all right?
Horrifying. Let's hear it. Thank you, Sarah.
Oh, of course.
Begin.
Are you all ready to get wet?
Yes, I'm ready.
We're going to be joining a woman named Maria, who's feeding some dinosaurs at a dinosaur park. Because that happened.
Dinosaur park. Extinction. Wonderful.
Yes. You wouldn't hurt me, would you? Maria whispered in the direction of the plesiosaurus. The creature watched her thoughtfully before it slid backwards off the platform into the water, this time leaving a sliver of fish in its wake. Maria got up and went to pick up the fish, but as she did, she lost her footing and slid into the water. The very thought of being in such deep water terrified her, and she surfaced quickly, grabbing the edge of the platform. She struggled to lift herself out, but her clothes kept pulling her down. Maria kicked off her shoes, letting them sink to the bottom of the pool, reaching with one hand while the other gripped the platform. She unbuttoned her pants and tugged them down as best she could, holding the platform with both hands. She kicked and kicked into her pants along with her pants. And joined her shoes at the bottom of the murky water. You're never getting those back. As she struggled to lift herself out of the water again, she could feel a shadow coming up behind her. The plesiosaurus was swimming behind her. For a brief moment, Maria thought that perhaps this creature was going to lift her from the water and save her. She felt a bump from behind. The creature's solid mass had lifted her just a little. And while it helped her feel more secure with a better grip on the platform, she did not have the strength to lift herself up. The creature was no longer behind her. But a few seconds later, she sensed the dark shadow creeping up on her again. The large, stiff object slid between her thighs and prodded at her cunt. Knock, knock. Whatever it was thick and hard and felt as though it had a knot at the end. A thickly rounded bell shape that pushed inside her with one powerful thrust.
Ow!
She felt it slipping inside her, stretching her and filling her to the brink. It was big. Bigger than any man she had ever been with. And then she realized just what it was. The plesiosaurus was now underneath her, its large body spread beneath the show platform, its belly and pelvis directly under her. The creature twice her length, and she could feel it rising up, spreading her legs wide and forcing her to ride it as she floated with her smooth tan belly up from the platform. Flushed to force itself up to. I'm getting so heated. This happened. I like to swim bottomless.
It's very erotic.
Yes, and I swam once in Lake Champlain. Have you heard of Champ?
Yes, Champ.
He has a go at me every time I'm in Michigan, I tell you what. And you know what? I don't mind it.
Well, I wish I could have a go at you, but I am trapped forever in my... Ah!
You're giving Vincent a hard 3-inch boner.
Oh, no.
That's the record.
Pay no attention to my ex-wife. That is quite large for me.
Well, that's whatever.
Thank you. Would you have any sexual advice for us sinners at home before we let you go?
So many people are trapped at home with no one to boop 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 or boop 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 boop.
Or trapped in our eternal darkness and torment.
Or in eternal darkness. So here's what you do. If you're alone in your apartment and you want a little bit of physicality, get a Ouija board. Summon the spirits. There are spirits inside of every single apartment, and they want to fuck you. They really do. They really do. Get yourself into your bathroom. Get all of your business up against some of the drains, okay? And then you do a couple of incantations, and a tentacle monster will come right out. The entire New York City sewer network is filled to the brink with tentacle monsters. They will come out. They will get in your business.
Tentacle monsters, yes. Well, this is all very good news. Except for the fact that the Parker brothers are my mortal enemies.
Oh.
Do you have any more common household items that might invite an attractive werewolf woman or undead woman or?
I think what you can do is
any woman.
Put some of your dirty sheets outside of your window, and you might attract a Mothman. And I feel like that's pretty close.
Oh, very good. Well, thank you, Serenoma Activity. This has been very informative. Hopefully you could join us again. It's speddy by time for you. Yes, sweet dreams to you, Serenoma Activity. I wish I could join you. Dr. Bones!
Hello! I can make Raphaelia that we're getting faster and faster to catching him.
Finding him.
Yes, finding him, of course. That's what I meant. Finding him, of course.
Yes, is there any news?
Oh, yes. Well, during the night, we have to leave room for terror, of course, in our search.
You mean error?
Yes, of course. I mean error. So we're hoping that the search scream will have better luck tomorrow in the sleigh light.
These puns are horrible, and you're a horrible man.
I'm not a man, I'm a doctor! Which means I'm number one!
On whose list?
Have some decency, you
whatever
you are!
Of course. You're right. I need to do my due diligence as a doctor. Well, let's go ahead and give the people what they want. Let's show a picture of the boy that's been missing.
Linda Blair!
Oh, you're such a piss pot!
One of my good friends, Linda Blair. Dr. Bones, away with you. I don't believe you're even a real doctor. Look at you. What is he doing?
Say it again. What's he doing?
Dr. Bones!
He's just staring at us.
Yes.